Everybody, this is Jim at SP500chart.com. It is a little after 5 on January 22nd, 2013. We're going to look at the chart. But before we do so, I need to remind you that the website and the video are for educational purposes only. Nothing stated at the site or in this video is intended to be used as investment advice. I can draw lines on charts, but you have to draw your own conclusions from your own research, and you need to be making investment decisions that are suitable for your personal financial situation. I am not a licensed financial professional. I am just a guy who draws lines on charts. So let's take a look. Okay, guys, it's pretty obvious that the market is going to go straight up from here to probably 3,000–4,000. You'd think that by the way things have been going since the first trading day of this year. The market has been absolutely, totally stubborn and refuses to pull back. It will. And the good news is, if you're long, just watch this line. It's really, I think, going to be that simple. When this line breaks, we should come back down to the 1440s. And, how simplistic can it be? That's just what I think is going to happen. Um, there have been some analysts, quote, analysts, in the past who have said that because we have a gap, then the gap has to get filled. That's hogwash. Gaps do not have to get filled. They usually do, because usually the natural price movement is sufficient to create a fill of a gap. But the reason that people get this feeling that gaps must, through some magical power, they must fill. Those folks, what they're doing is they're getting half of the equation right. And part of the equation is this: is that a gap creates a move. There's always going to be a counter move at some point down the road. The reason it looks like gaps have a magical fill ability is because things do tend to turn around at gap support. And we've talked about in the past. Gap support is totally a legitimate thing. But the notion that gaps have to fill is not. It's just that when the price starts to head in the opposite direction of where the gap was, people start to get a little antsy, hoping that it will come back to the level at which they missed the gap. So therefore, I'm not saying I would not say that this gap has to fill down here in the low 1400s. But I would think if we get back to the 1440s, maybe the high 1430s, I would think we would start seeing some people jump on. But guys, I'm just changing one thing in the chart here. I am now abandoning, for right now, my wedge, because this market is not willing at this point to come down. So I've snapped a parallel line up here. You can see that's the parallel to this bottom line. I'll just put that up there just to see what happens with that. This is, tell you what, we'll do this. We'll make it a lighter color. Make it even lighter than that, because that's just kind of to keep your eye on. But this is the line to watch right here. I think it's that simple. We got a support here, support here. Let's see if this plays out as support again. If it does not, then I think the S&P is due to give up some of what it's gained, since it is now roughly 86 points off the low of the last day of trading. Actually, probably more than that, but you get the picture. So, guys, if you're long, enjoy the ride. If you're short, you know, there will be a pullback. I wouldn't panic here. If you're looking to short, I would wait for a break of this line in a technically significant break, and then maybe do the short on a pullback. If you're long, I would just watch this line that will likely be at least a short term to short intermediate term um, sell signal. But I think this market is going to plow higher. I really do. You can see here made a pretty good low here in mid-November, rallied up. Made a pretty good low right at the end of the year. Now we've rallied up. I suspect at some point we're going to come back to um, to this turquoise line or to one of these purple lines that are uh, either necklines or should have been necklines. But I still think these purple lines will act as support. So, guys, that's the video for the 22nd of January. Appreciate you taking time out of your day to watch, and let's see, just see what happens for the rest of this week. Take care.